Dan Evans recently hit out at the state of British tennis in a scathing rant at last month's French Open. Jodie Burrage and Katie Boulter have etched their names into the history books by achieving a 45-year first at the Nottingham Open just weeks after Dan Evans blasted the current state of British tennis as part of an angry rant. Burrage and Boulter will face off in the women's final at Nottingham Tennis Centre on Sunday, while Andy Murray could be poised to reach the men's final if he manages to beat Nuno Borges in the last four. Burrage booked her place in the women's final with an impressive straight-sets victory over Elise Cornet on Saturday after wins over Magdalena Frech, Magda Linette and Teresa Martinkova earlier in the tournament. Boulter, meanwhile, managed to see off the challenge posed by Heather Watson in their semi-final meeting to set up a decisive clash with Burrage for the top honors. The match will see two British players do battle in a WTA final for the first time since 1977. When Sue Barker defeated Virginia Wade in San Francisco. It comes less than a month after Evans pointed out an apparent decline in the standard of British tennis over the years and insisted that the current domestic setup does little to help the sport thrive on UK shores. He also claimed that the emergence of Emma Raducanu, who sensationally won the US Open back in 2021, has masked the issues facing the game in Britain over the last few years when quizzed on the issue at Roland-Garros. Evans told reporters, "They've been lucky that they had a Grand Slam champion and she's a very good tennis player, but the rankings don't lie, do they? Men's or women's, the rankings don't lie. Men's, not many of us playing qualis, not many main draw. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but there's way further to go than just the top players. It's from the bottom up. We're in a massive habit of sending people to college now. I don't think that massively helps. It'll be interesting. I think the grass last year really helped paper over some cracks as well. After the grass, there will be a bit of soul-searching, I imagine, after their holidays." Murray also commented on the state of British tennis after his win over Dominic Stricker on Friday, but was not nearly as critical as Evans, with the Scot hailing the women's contingent doing the country proud in Nottingham this week. "A couple of weeks ago we were hearing that British tennis wasn't doing well," he said. "Things change a lot on a week-to-week basis. You just want all of the players to reach their potential and make sure everyone's working hard. Not everyone is going to win Wimbledon and Grand Slams, things like that, but you just want to make sure everyone is making the most of this amazing opportunity to play tennis for a living. This week has obviously been brilliant. The women have done extremely well this week and hopefully that continues through the year, but yeah, it should be a fun weekend for British tennis fans." Meanwhile, there was also plenty to shout about from a British perspective in the women's doubles tournament in Nottingham on Saturday, with Watson and Harriet Dart moving into the final after winning a tense battle against compatriots Alicia Barnett and Olivia Nichols.